Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Filipina, and today I have my 2024 Kinbor Haul. I also have a 2023 version, and if you haven't seen that yet, I will link it up in the cards above or in the description down below. Let's start with this pamphlet, and this came with my dated Kinbor order. And you will only get this if you're getting a Kinbor that is dated, but there are also undated versions if you prefer that instead. There's a lot of information in this pamphlet that shows you how you can use your Kinbor, so it changes depending on the book that you are getting. This one is for the 1 day a page, so it has information about that, but we won't go through that in this pamphlet because I will be showing them to you in a little bit. I did get a few things. Oh, and by the way, at the back of that is this giant wall calendar for 2024. I think that's a really cute addition. And let's go ahead and start with this A6 cover in Universe. So this is not a 2024 release. This has been released for quite a while now, and you just need to search for a little bit to find this decorated cover. It is PVC and it should fit an A6, but this is way too thin to fit a thick book like a daily planner. Now let's go ahead and go through the 2024 A6 book. And once again, this is 1 day a page. The cover is PVC and it has gold foiling, such as this one for 2024. I'm not sure what the Chinese texts are at the spine. And then at the back, it says Kinbor and their message for you. So let's go ahead and do a little size comparison. With a Hobonichi A6, this is my 2022 day free, and the length is very similar. It's practically the same, but the Kinbor is just a little bit wider than the A6 Hobonichi Techo. So that is the size comparison, but otherwise they're very similar. So let's go ahead and go through the book that I got. And this is the cover page, not the cover page, but the end page, the front matter, which has 2024 Techo, and then you get your calendars. This is the same for 2023. You still get your calendars, but in 2023 I got the A5 version, but I'm guessing they're the same. And then you get a layout that's very similar to what you would get if you got the Techo, so the cousin and the Techo actually. And this is the 1 line a day monthly views, so you get 4 per spread, and it goes all the way through December. So unlike the Hobonichi Techo, the Kinbor Techo starts in January. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit until you're able to use your new Kinbor. And then after the monthlies, you actually get an extra spread, and this is the plan of a New Year spread. And last year this was just blank, but this time it is actually grid, which is quite helpful if you want to write neatly. And then at the bottom, you have little boxes for each of the month. That's divided into the 2 pages. So you can write your goals in here for the first half of the year and the second half. And then the monthly start with a completely blank page with the exception of the quote. And then it follows, or the daily pages follow it, and the pages now are very clean, very simple, and the time actually goes only up until 7 o'clock. So if you're using this for work, then that is going to be very helpful. And then at the back you get grid pages. You don't get too many. I think you only get 16 pages, which is completely fine. Because you also have those month or daily pages, and they are numbered. So unlike other Kinbor teachos, especially the undated ones. And then you get your schedule and then your gift list. So that's not in a Hobonichi as well. And then the next page is the 21-day plan. So a lot of people have questions about this, and this layout is for a countdown of a special event. So you get to plan 3 weeks ahead of that event, especially if you're the one organizing it. And the last little box is for day 1 or D1 or D-Day. And then you get several pages of the favorites page, and they're just boxes or check boxes. And then you have your information pages. You have a map of China followed by another map, so you get 2 sets of maps, this one and the world view one. And I think they're marking really big cities here. I'm not quite sure, and I think this is a log for your if you're going to travel. And then you have some more information pages at the back. I think this is about food. And then something solar for the next page. I'm sorry, I didn't research ahead of time. But you can do that on your own. You can even do that using this video if you screen cap this little segment. And then at the very back, you have a ruler guide, your information, and then the Kinbor seal, which is foiled as well. So it's gold foiled. And then this is the end pages, and that is the flip through complete. I really love this, and the paper is actually very different, and I'll talk to you more about that soon. Next, we have the Kinbor timed weeks, and this is an undated planner. I don't think there's a version of this that is dated, but there is a timeline B6 that's available for purchase now, and that's actually completely new. So I highly suggest you guys pick that up. I was debating whether I should get that one or this TN sized weeks, but I decided that this is the one that I wanted to try for 2024. So this is the pamphlet, and it's actually very informative. I didn't know that this was a pamphlet. I thought this was just part of the packaging. So it shows you how to use your book. It's very detailed, and I really like their suggestions. So you can also check this out if you're looking for inspiration and wanting to know how these pages were designed to be used. But we're going to wing it when we start planning in this book. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of this book. So this is PVC in yellow, a very soft buttercup yellow, and then it says weekly. This is also gold foiled, and it has a lot of messages, but if you're not bothered by that, then I highly recommend. I already know how this will feel and how this will behave, because last year's week's size, so like a Hobonichi week sized Kinbor, was also in PVC, so I know how to handle this type of material, so I'm not bothered by it being a soft cover. So this was manufactured or designed a few years ago, so it doesn't follow the newer Kinbor models. So if you want to know or use what's really updated, make sure to get the dated versions of the next year. So you get your calendars and the same front pages of the Kinbor, which hadn't changed. And also the insides of this actually hadn't changed much. So you get your 1 day a page as well. So I don't think this has the habit tracker type of monthlies because it goes directly to your monthlies. You get 12 pages of undated monthlies. So if you would like to use this all the way through December of next year, or yes, then you have to wait until January. And this is the layout that I chose. There's another version of this where the weekends is just blank. There is no weekend, there's just a sidebar, and you get 5 days that is timed. And this is very similar to the one that I'm using now, which I used in a video, and I will link that video up in the cards above. It's quite recent. And this is the notes pages, and this is very different because I've not seen this notes pages before. It has guide dots, so you can divide a page into quarters should you choose. And then at the back you have your schedule, and then across that is something very useful. It's your annual targets. So you can see there, so you have January to December, I think that's what it means. So I think that's really fun. Oh no, you don't get the full month or the full year, so I'm not sure what the division is for. So on the next page you get your gift list and some information. I didn't really check this out, so I'm sorry, I don't know what it means. But if you do know how or what it means or what it's intended for, please leave it in a comment down below. So you get your map of China as well as your world map, and I really like how they did that. I wish that Hobonichi would also provide a world map. Sometimes I like to refer to maps in my line of work or just for fun. And then you get your information. I think this is the solar something once again. I'm sorry, I really don't know. And then that's the end of the pages. So same information pages. And then you get your end pages, which is branded. So I really like how this looks. It's very pretty, very dainty. And then let's take a look at very quickly the bookmarks. So this is thicker or stiffer than a Hobonichi, but the same thickness, and it's white and cream. And that's it for that planner. So let's go through the last planner, and this is the Kinbor Weekly Undated, and it is going to be inside this cover, and this cover is so sweet. I wanted this cover last year, but I was unsuccessful because they sent me the wrong order. But the order that they sent me was so good, I didn't want to give it back. And then I also didn't want to purchase or make another purchase because it was way too late in the month. It was already November. So I know that it wasn't going to get to me in time. And the little dandelion, so this is called Dandelion Summer. And the little dandelions is fluffy. And all the greens, the outfit of the little figure and the leaves are all smocked, and the rest of it is canvas. So everything is sitting on canvas, and the little figures and drawing is actually stitched. That's so cool. Okay, mind you that this is nowhere near the price of a Hobonichi cover, so there will be differences in quality. But if you just look at it, like even up close, especially from afar, it is so sweet and so cute, and I've been wanting to use this for a while, and so I'm very excited. It already comes with its own book, so I didn't purchase a Kinbor Weeks, but the paper has changed, and no one said anything about that. So I'm now thinking maybe I should pick up at least 1 Weeks. So this is the interior. It does have a very similar interior as a cover from Hobonichi. You get your pockets on the left side and another pocket on the right side, and then you put the book through one of the sleeves that's inside a planner, and you get a pen loop. I haven't started using the pen loop. I don't think I'm going to use the pen loop at all, but I do know that it's going to fit. But it's already really tight, even with like a Kinbor Weeks book that wasn't made to go inside this cover. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to add anything else. That's something to be mindful about. So this is the interior, and once again, this is undated, and this time you do get the habit trackers. That is a full year on 2 pages. So I do appreciate that, although I haven't been using the ones in the Hobonichi weeks, but next year I'm going to try. So this is the monthly, and you get 12 months of the monthly, and then you get an undated weekly view. And what's strange is the one that I was using last year had a very clear line on the right page. This one doesn't have, well, it does, but it's very faint, so I like that. Then you have a blank pages at the back, but not too many, maybe 7 sheets or 6. And then you get your top 100 list. And after that, okay, so this is fun. This is a friend's gift list or friend's birthday list, and you get to note their birthdays and what you're going to get them. And then you get your information pages. That is, I feel like, changes per book, which is cool, because if you get a different book, then you get a different type of information. The thing is, I don't know what it is, so I cannot appreciate it as much as I could have if I knew how to read it. And that is the cover. And this is the zipper. As you can see, the stitching isn't as clean as Hobonichi, but once again, this is nowhere near the amount or the price of a Hobonichi Weeks cover. And then a little bit of a bonus. This is from China, but it's not from Kinbor. This was gifted to me. And this is a set. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. This is a set of bookmarks, and I think you can use this in your planner. Oh, definitely you can use this in your books, your commonplace books, which is what I thought I was going to use it on. But this is just stunning. This is a work of art. So this is enamel on, I would say, gold, but like not real gold, faux gold or gold filling. And it has a very colorful design of green and orange, which I didn't know was going to work. This completely changed my mind, and this is just stunning, and I would really appreciate having this in my planner, especially this one. This one is my favorite. Do you see the birds? Okay. That was too quick, but you will see this once again, and especially if you are following me on Instagram, which is PaperJoyPH as well. So that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want some more planning videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.